All right, hello. Uh, Welcome to another disruption video series thing. I'm here to also announce that a new series is on the way. Right away, I'm gonna announce this because I wanted to include a video from now, but it didn't come out very well, so we'll redo it for the next week to start the series properly. And it's basically me reacting to your builds, roasting them if anything is bad, and then putting a score onto them by the end of it, and giving you tips on what you can change in your build to make it better. So I have a chat in my Discord, which will be on the top of the description. You can join it right now. And you will be able to find the chat that is called Build Roasts, which is under Warframe and Hall of Fame. And this chat basically has my viewers' builds. You guys are sending in builds that I'm reacting to, and there is the rules on the top. You everything you need to know. And basically every Monday at around 6:30 p.m. my time, Greek time, um, I'm gonna be streaming live on Twitch or YouTube. I'll try YouTube, but I need to set it up first. Right now it's Twitch. And I will be reacting to your builds with webcam and everything for as long as that takes. So, with that out of the way, feel free to enter and let's get right into the video. So in today's video, we're taking a look at a secondary weapon for disruption missions. We're continuing the epic disruption weapons videos, and our next disruption weapon is something that some people might know, but a lot of the people right now, I'm sure, would not expect to see it here. But Moog, why are you showcasing as the primer? Sir, this is not the primer. This is the kill weapon right here. That is not the primer, sir. This is the kill weapon. And why is it the kill weapon? Well, let me tell you, sir. First of all, both primary and secondary fire have guaranteed impact proc. Boom, hemorrhage. Second of all, both primary and secondary fire also have multiplicative CO. Boom, one more format, you can put Hornets right here. Right now I have Augur Pact, it's enough. Or you can go with the Bane mode. The Bane mode would be even better. Or, the secondary version of it, which is Expel mode. I don't have the prime ones. I don't need the prime ones. And matter of fact, the build you're seeing here is 100% enough for you to completely destroy anything. Literally anything. So, you know what's the best part about this? You don't need a primary weapon to prime. Your primer is your kill weapon, which makes this very, very special. You will prime the enemy with your gun, and then you will kill the enemy with the same exact gun, and you don't change anything in the build. That is such a cool feature that you can have. So, we're keeping it simple with the Epitaph as a kill weapon for everything, adding Roar to boost the dot proc from the Epitaph. In case it's needed, I don't think it's gonna be needed. And now let's see this baby in action on, of course, our favorite Olympus mission. Olympus is by far the best mission to do level cap with, and by far the easiest mission to do level cap with, for the simple reason that Nox enemies do not exist. Nox enemies are the biggest issue that you may have on higher levels because they have a lot of AoE that can instantly kill you if you're not careful. So with them gone, you have a lot more safety in playing your missions. That being said, it doesn't really matter here, but this is just food for thought for anyone trying to do level cap for the first time in their life. It takes around 3 hours, 2 hours 40 minutes if you're in squad probably. Shade Prime with me for some reason, but I guess he's gonna help with status broken, so that's cool. And also I'm locking onto enemies for walls, so it's also cool. So you see right now the bleed proc, even with no stack, is pretty nice. $1.3 mil. If enemies are stacked a lot with the status effects, they take a lot of damage. So you see the heavy gunner, boom. Hell of damage. Basically that. So Epitaph, very underrated in terms of doing this exact thing. Everyone uses it as a primer. They never tried this thing. They don't understand that it can do this, which is kind of sad. So let's get our dead hit sacks, which is fairly easy with this gun. Go to the enemy, and now do the funny. And he's dead. 218,000 bleed proc, just like that. And he wasn't even just fully primed with, like, I shot him once and then I shot him with Epitaph and he just dies. That's how strong it is. That's the Epitaph, ladies and gentlemen. This weapon is MR1 or 2? I think it's MR2. Let me check. This weapon is MR8. Okay, they increased it. It used to be lower MR. Oh god, it used to be lower MR. I swear to god. If I'm wrong, just correct me in the comments. I'm 99% sure I think it was like low MR, MR2 or MR1. Regardless, MR8 is still a very, very low MR that you get an incredibly powerful weapon when you do this. So, I wanna get the roar buff going for the next one. Please. Okay. Okay, roar is on. Heavy gunner. I mean, we can't tell. We literally can't tell. It does too much damage. It one-shots the Xmus heavy gunner before the bleed proc. And you have a guaranteed bleed proc on your attacks, pretty much. 70% chance when you have multi-shot is guaranteed. And I'm not even gonna question if it is or not. Just take my word that you're gonna bleed proc every single time you shoot the secondary fire. You see that? 2 bleed procs right there. So yeah, Epitaph disruption mission with a build like this, you don't even need another gun. You can take this solo, and it will carry you. And this is why, in my opinion, Epitaph is goated. And it's so high on the list as well of the best secondary weapons, because you can even take a Riven mod that gives you crits and like an elemental bonus, and you can take this there, and that will be very, very good. Also, Shade Prime is doing very good work. Good job, Shade Prime. I only took you for a Riven challenge, but you're actually useful in this mission. Thank you. Go Sentinel. So maybe if I'm using this, a Sentinel is better because status procs and shit. I have Prisma Burst Laser on him, so he's shredding a lot of status procs. Obviously there is Berg Glass in the game, and the Dolgus, but this can work too. You can go OG with Prisma Burst Laser and get a lot of status procs. That's fine. Alright, next target. I'm just gonna shoot him instantly. We see that he doesn't deal a lot of damage, and now I'm not sure if I was too deadhead sucks or something, but basically if you don't prime him, there is no damage. But if you prime him, there is a ton of damage. 9 million. There is a lot of damage per shot on this thing. But obviously this is because of the multiplicative CO that comes with the weapon. It doesn't have to do anything with anything else. Thankfully, this weapon primes for itself, so it doesn't matter. It actually just doesn't matter what else you bring. You can just bring the Epitaph, and then you can bring whatever the hell you want, and it doesn't matter. Because Epitaph can do it all on its own. And this is why I love it when I want to set up for a disruption mission like this. Just so helpful to have both primer and kill weapon on the same hand and not having to switch from it. And, you know, on this very low levels you can even kill these guys without using the secondary fire at all, which is even funnier. Like, if you hit directly with the secondary fire, it does a lot of damage here. It really is crazy. One thing that you might be missing by running a Sentinel like I am is the Tenacious Bone buff, because Sentinels are really hard to get that buff on for the crit chance. I mean, it just kills everything at level 115. Okay, goodbye, Malice. Dead. 230k. Yeah, I don't know. It's really good. It's really, really good. I think if somebody is just looking to invest into one weapon to do disruption mission specifically with, this is probably the best one to go for. Because all of the other weapons that we've showcased so far, right? They're kind of disruption only. Like the Vasta Prime, disruption only. The Incarnon, what do you call it? The Incarnon Voltor, same, disruption only setup. This one is everything. You can use it as a primer and you can use it as a kill weapon just fine. And it's one of the main primer weapons in the game. It's like there is so many people in the comments that are asking this. Moog, I don't have the compressor yet because I don't have the vent kit standing. First of all, just farm plat and buy it. Second of all, this thing exists. Put secondary cucumber on this and you're done. That's it. Alright. And viral. Boom. And it's really that simple. It just doesn't... You just do that. I'm gonna be honest. It's basically one of the best weapons you can get in the game, the Epitaph. Its usefulness is just through the roof. And I don't know. I just think everyone, this is a weapon that everyone should have in their arsenal. If you don't have this weapon in your arsenal, first of all, go get it. Like if you're a new player and you don't have this, go get it instantly right now. Buy it with plat, get it from the actual missions from Railjack, do whatever you want, but actually go get it. And if you're somebody that has this weapon and you haven't tried out this build to have it for crit but do also all sorts of statuses, go ahead and do so. We have this Riven mode right here, right? It gives cold, electricity, yada yada yada. What you replace this is obviously cold. Because we have Pistol Pestilence, we want viral more than electricity. Electricity in this build with this helps with the fact that, you know, we want more statuses from our primary fire that has this much status chance. One cool thing about the build though is that here we have Augur Pact, right? Augur Pact is not very useful because comparing it to Hornet Strike, it's like 90% versus 220%. And then we can also add just an Expel Grenier mode. Primed Expel Grenier would do way better here. As you can see, I have no space, but regardless, if you just don't have a Riven at all and you want to have the electricity here or the heat or whatever, you can just move the cold mode here so you get viral and put the heat or electricity mode down there. And now you have viral electric, viral heat, whatever you wanted. And it's really strong. It's really strong. Now, some people may complain about the fire rate. I don't think it's too bad, honestly. I'm not sure where I can check the fire rate of the charge shots or anything. Can I check it somehow? Punch through, trigger, charge rate 0.45. So it takes 2 seconds to charge. Does it? That doesn't feel like 2 seconds, wait. I gotta check it, because it doesn't feel like 2 seconds even when I didn't have a buff. I'm sorry for delaying this, but this doesn't seem normal to me. I'm not used to this. Salta probably takes longer, but 2 seconds? That's a lot. Guys, there is no way this is 2 seconds, right? This is like a second. The Stalta is like 3 seconds, but this is like way less. What the fuck? Yeah, see what I mean? I was like, there's no way that is 2 seconds. The game is just lying to you, okay? Let's get that right. The game is lying here. That is not 2 seconds. Regardless, Epitaph, amazing for anything. Amazing for normal missions. Amazing for card control. Amazing for priming. Amazing for just spreading statuses into a big area to just, you know, keep it under there. Like it's kind of like a pocket Zenistar. You know, the Zenistar's usage, which if you don't know what the Zenistar is, this with a disc normally, like this thing. You know, normally you throw out the disc and you see an area forever. With the Epitaph, especially when you can build it like the build I have here with Ogre Seeker for extra status duration, you get to hold an area and CC it forever. Also, it seems like it's half a second because 0.23 is better than 0.45. I'm not sure how that shit works, so I guess this is half a second. Time to charge the weapon because it's ready to fire. Okay, so 0.45 is the time that it takes. Does it work the same here? Charge rates? Yeah, 2 seconds. So Salta is exactly 2 seconds with this. In case you wanted the comparison directly. Regardless, yeah. This build if you want to prime like this with obviously cold mode here. And then build if you want to do damage on top of that. And you can replace this with an expel mode, a hornet strike mode. I don't know. You can do so many things with that slot. Like you can add fire rate if you don't like the fire rate of the gun, but I would advise not to because the fire rate is already like really fucking nice. It's so strong. I honestly wouldn't change anything. I would just put more damage here, and that would be it. Because multiplicative CO adding more damage actually helps. Would you look at that? So yeah, that is about it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope some people will actually try this version of the Epitaph because, you know, strong as hell. Very nice. And just be ready for the next melee weapon because if I remember correctly, one of the melee weapons in the list was cracked. And I believe it is the next one, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. Regardless, I thank you very much for watching once again. I'll have Discord and Twitch links in the description, and I'll see you on the next video.